billionaire's little daughter was dying. Until a maid did the impossible. Marcus Ashford stood at the floor-to-ceiling windows of his penthouse office. Watching the city lights blur through tears he refused to let fall. The richest man in the state, maybe the country, and he was powerless. His daughter, Lily, 7 years old, with hair like spun gold and eyes that sparkled with mischief, was dying. Acute lymphoblastic leukemia. The words had shattered his world 6 months ago. Since then, he'd flown in specialists from Switzerland, Germany, Japan. He'd funded entire research wings at 3 hospitals. Money, the thing that had always solved every problem, meant nothing now. The experimental treatment had failed. Dr. Richardson's voice still held in his head from this morning. "I'm sorry, Mr. Ashford. We've exhausted all options. It's time to make her comfortable." Marcus had fired him on the spot, then collapsed in the hospital corridor, his empire of steel and glass crumbling into ash. Back at the mansion that evening, Marcus avoided Lily's room. He couldn't bear to see her there, so small in that massive bed, surrounded by monitors and 4 stands that had become permanent fixtures. Instead, he stood in the hallway, listening to a voice he barely recognized any more light, musical, reading a story. Maria Santos had been with them for 3 years. A quiet woman in her 50s who kept the East Wing spotless and asked for nothing. But over the past months, she'd become Lily's constant companion. While Marcus drowned in consultations and second opinions, Maria simply sat with his daughter, reading stories, braiding her thinning hair, making her laugh when laughter seemed impossible. The door was ajar. Marcus peered inside. Maria sat on the edge of Lily's bed, a worn leather journal in her hands, and the little girl found the healing spring, just as the old woman had promised. She read in her gentle accent, hidden where the 3 rivers meet under the light of the full moon. Maria. Lily's voice was barely a whisper. "Do you think healing springs are real?" Maria closed the book, her dark eyes meeting the child's. "Mi amor, I know they are. I've seen one." Marcus tensed. He didn't want false hope poisoning his daughter's final days. "In my village in the Philippines." Maria continued, "There's a spring. The elders say the water has memory yet, remembers what our bodies should be, before sickness, before pain. My grandmother was cured there of something doctors said was impossible. Could it help me?" Marcus stepped into the room. "Lily, sweetheart, Maria is just I could take her," Maria said quietly, standing. Her eyes met his with unexpected steel. "The full moon is in 3 days. I have money saved for the tickets." "That's ridiculous," Marcus said, but his voice lacked conviction. Some superstitious asterisk. "What do you have to lose?" Maria's question hung in the air. Everything, Marcus thought. Hope, the ability to pretend. But looking at Lily's face, at the spark of something he hadn't seen in months, he realized she was right. "Please, Daddy." 48 hours later, they were halfway around the world. Marcus had arranged a private jet, a medical team, and accommodations. But as they drove deeper into the Philippine highlands, the roads narrowed. The villages grew smaller, and eventually, the caravan could go no further. "We walk from here," Maria said, helping Lily into a carrier on Marcus's back. The jungle path was steep. Marcus's designer shoes, inappropriate for hiking, filled with mud. The medical team complained, but Maria moved forward with the certainty of someone returning home. And they followed. They reached the spring at dusk on the 3rd day. It wasn't impressive, just a small pool fed by 3 streams, surrounded by ancient stones carved with symbols Marcus didn't recognize. The full moon was rising, painting everything silver. The water must be taken at moonrise, Maria explained, filling a bamboo cup. and you must believe. Asterisk, the doctors protested. Unsterilized water could introduce infection. It was dangerous, unscientific, sane. But Lily reached for the cup with both hands. Marcus held his breath as his daughter drank. Nothing happened. The moon climbed higher. Lily drank again, then asked to wade into the pool. Against every instinct, Marcus helped her in. Asterisk, Lily floated on her back, moonlight washing over her. Maria knelt at the water's edge, murmuring prayers in Tagalog. The doctors checked their watches. Marcus felt hope and despair warring in his chest. Asterisk, then Lily laughed. Not the weak giggle he'd grown accustomed to, but a full, bright peal of joy. Daddy, I feel, ... different. Lighter. Asterisk. They stayed 3 days. Each moonrise, Lily entered the water. Color returned to her cheeks. Her appetite came back. She began running along the paths, climbing rocks. Being 7 again. Asterisk. The doctors ran tests with their portable equipment. Impossible, they kept saying. The white blood cell counts are normalizing. The cancer markers are ... disappearing. Asterisk. 6 months later, back home, Dr. Richardson stood in Marcus's office with test results. Complete remission, he said, shaking his head. I've never seen anything like it. Spontaneous recovery at this stage simply doesn't happen. Asterisk. But Marcus wasn't listening. Through his office door, he could hear Lily's laughter echoing through the mansion as she chased Maria's granddaughter through the halls. 2 little girls racing toward a future that had once seemed impossible. Asterisk. Maria appeared in the doorway with tea. She set it down quietly. About to leave. Asterisk. Maria, Marcus said. Wait. She turned. How did you know? Really? Asterisk. Maria smiled. That gentle smile that had comforted his daughter through the darkest nights. I didn't know, Mr. Ashford, but I believed. Sometimes that's enough. Sometimes love and faith can take you to places your money and science cannot reach. And sometimes she glanced toward the sound of the children playing. Impossible is just another word for miracle. Asterisk. Marcus looked at this woman he'd once barely noticed, who'd done what all his billions could not, and understood that true wealth had nothing to do with money. Thank you, he whispered. No, Maria said softly. Thank the water for remembering. Thank the moon for its light. Thank yourself for being brave enough to hope. She paused at the door. And Mr. Ashford, your daughter needs you to read to her tonight. She's been asking. Asterisk. As Maria left, Marcus heard Lily calling him, her voice strong and clear and achingly alive. He went to her, ready to believe in anything, ready to be present for every precious moment, ready to understand that the impossible happened every day if you were willing to see it.